Welcome to the Fantasy Football Garage. I'm Chris the Candyman, and you already know what time it is. Tonight, we're drafting a Best Ball Mania 7 team. I'm in the 11th spot. I've already jumped in. We're getting right into it. We're in focus mode tonight. Got some big news with the Aaron Rodgers official expected one-year contract with the Steelers, and feeling good. Happy Saturday. Thanks for being here. Make sure you smash that like button on your way in. If you're new to the channel, if you're watching this later in the future, subscribe. I've got a goal to hit 1,000 subs before the start of the NFL season. Honestly, we're getting really close. So I've got to figure out exactly what we're doing to celebrate 1,000. But I'm going to be upgrading the channel with some new overlays, some new features. I'm cooking some things up. As well as doing a giveaway to the channel members and a giveaway to the subscribers. So stay tuned for that. More to come. But we got to get there first. We got to get there first. I think we can do it. Exciting things to come. I'm drafting out of the 11th spot in this Best Ball Mania. And tomorrow night, I'm going live. We're doing a special Sunday edition of the Ballsy Show. Bindles and I are co-hosting with extra special guest, Mr. Neil Orfield. You know him from the Flannelverse. You love him. He's a best ball bro, a DFS bro, all around great guy. So make sure you're here tomorrow night, 9:30, 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. Normal time, but it's on Sunday night, not Monday night. We're kicking off Ballsy early this week. All right, from the 11th spot, I wish James Cook was there. I wish, obviously, Jonathan Taylor would be there. I'm going to have my choice between CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson, or which of them doesn't get drafted, right? So do I want to pull up Genty, though, is the question. Looking at the NFL playoff sheet for the Raiders, Genty's got a nice playoff schedule. Denver's kind of tough, but let me just go ahead and make the Justin Jefferson decision. Let's get this out of the way. Hopefully don't regret this. Hopefully Justin Jefferson hasn't just been downtrending each and every of the last 3 years. He has. Fantasy points per game are down. Spike weeks are down. But, hey, maybe a bounce back year with Kyler Murray. Let's not overthink it. It's May 16th. We're drafting a Best Ball Mania team. Let's just attack it. All right, A-Chan. I'm not going to overthink that one, though. That, to me, not what I want to do. Do I want to go Derrick Henry with the Baltimore Ravens playoff? Pretty tough. We're going to go Cincinnati and go for some Chase Brown. I'm going to pull up some Chase Brown. Let's go. Let's get after it. Taking Chase Brown ahead of A-Chan because I just believe in the Bengals offense. I like the playoff implications here. We've got Carolina in week 15, an away game. Indianapolis in week 16, an away game. And then home against Baltimore could be a fun matchup. I guess both sides of that would be good. Probably actually more in favor of the Ravens side of that with the Cincinnati Bengals defense being a lot weaker. But things can change. I don't know. I like it. I wanted to get some Chase Brown, pair him up with Justin Jefferson. So let's think about this. We still are going to target Baltimore Ravens for a bring back off of that Chase Brown selection. We can still think about any New York Jets we might want. Could be Breece Hall. If Breece Hall comes around in the 3rd round, that would be sick. I'd be hammering Breece Hall to go with the Justin Jefferson team. Also playing Detroit. So Minnesota gets Detroit in week 15. The Washington Commanders in week 16. It's a really good matchup for him, for them. So and how do I want to kind of pair that out? Maybe Joe Burrow could come in at pick 62. Lamar Jackson at pick 59. Obviously, if I don't get either one of them, or even if I do, I can get Kyler later to go with Jefferson. Priority pick on Kyler here around pick 107 if he makes it back to us. Kyler's ADP right now, I want to say it's like 106. Yeah, I'm seeing Kyler at 106 today. So I drafted a pit bull earlier when I was at the gym. So it was nice to get a pit bull in. That's definitely a tournament that I'm going to put some volume in. I think it's a 10 max, isn't it? $20 10 max. So I've got one slow pit bull going just to kick it off. I tried to do one last night, but couldn't fill quickly enough, and the puppy filled faster. Ended up drafting a puppy on stream, and so yeah, I definitely want to get some more pit bulls in. This is a best ball mania draft. Let me say what up to people in the chat. How we doing, everyone? Of course, Jeff T knows ball. Jeff, our albatross that we drafted together on stream is currently advancing, so that's pretty hype. Yo, what's up, Aaron Sandy? Yiggity yo, what's up, brother? How we doing? Good to see you. Happy Saturday. My best draft yet? Hell yeah. I love the positive energy, the vibes. Appreciate that. We're getting after it. In a super flex startup dynasty, my team so far is Josh Allen, Dart, Neighbors, Garrett Wilson, Ladd, Jordan Tyson. How am I looking? Dude, Frizz, that's a pretty sick start. I mean, you have Josh Allen. There's no complaints. Curious to see how your running backs go. I would just invest young. Just get those young running backs later on. And maybe some cheap veterans too. In dynasty startups, you can probably get some cheap veteran running backs at a decent price too. So, okay, can we land Breece Hall? Would be sick to go with Justin Jefferson. If not, I'm cool with Travis Etienne. I didn't draft him last night, but I really like the Saints playoff schedule to get Tampa Bay kind of tough, but then Arizona, a good matchup, and Atlanta, a good matchup. So either of these two picks, if I can get access to one of these running backs, I'm going to be happy. And then, of course, T. Higgins would be... So that Breece Hall goes, Etienne goes. Damn, the dream is dead. Do I just take Javonte? I think I do. He's got two running backs. Let me go ahead and take... Do I want T. Higgins? Let me go Garrett Wilson. Let me have some faith in Garrett Wilson. Alpha receiver on his own team. I get the week 17 with Justin Jefferson. I didn't get it with Breece Hall, but I do get it with Garrett Wilson. I'm still considering T. Higgins. I can team stack up the Bengals pretty nicely. It's a lot of draft capital to put into the Bengals. Of course, T. Higgins goes with the next pick. Kind of expected that. In a situation where I've got Chase Brown against the Ravens week 17, I kind of just want it to be the Chase Brown show. And so straddling the line there with him and T. Higgins, I don't know. It could be a total shootout. Zay Flowers. So Javonte actually goes. I think I pull up Zay Flowers now and pair him with Chase Brown and get another piece to that week 17 matchup. So, I mean, I didn't intentionally do this. I didn't want to like force this, but I think it's fun to do and think about. I've got Chase Brown versus Zay Flowers in week 17. I've got Justin Jefferson versus Garrett Wilson in week 17. In previous years of drafting Best Ball Mania, that's something I was like definitely forcing, those week 17 matchups. And hey, old habits die hard, but I think at ADP there, it kind of made sense. It made sense for my team, and I was trying to line some things up. Breece Hall went, Javonte Williams went. Didn't want to reach for running back there. So I'm anchoring my running back with Chase Brown. I've got Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Zay Flowers. Feels pretty good. I just need a bounce back here from Justin Jefferson and Garrett Wilson to be healthy. And the Jets actually score touchdowns, which they might, which they could be competent. Zay Flowers, I need a big step up from him. Not impressed with what I've seen from Zay Flowers, but we need a big, what is he? He's going to year 4 now, right? Zay Flowers, year 4 leap. The yards have been good. The receptions have been good. Not enough touchdowns. And in a half PPR format like this, I need touchdowns. So Zay Flowers not getting it done, but maybe he will. We've seen Rashad Bateman have a 9 touchdown season. Multiple seasons of Mark Andrews going off with a bunch of touchdowns. And then I want to look at, so for the Vikings and the Bengals, I talked about this, but do I have any like combinations of my weeks 15 and 16s between the two? Carolina, Indy, and then Detroit, Washington. Also, I have the Jets. I have Garrett Wilson. So I have Arizona, New England. And then I took the Ravens with Zay Flowers, Pitt, and Cleveland. So we'll keep an eye on that. Jeff says he checked on BB-Golf. The team we drafted advanced out of the Masters by 1 point. Wow. I know. I was sweating that one. I don't know if I ever talked to you about it or mentioned it, but there were a few teams that I was within like 5 points sweating. Yo, what's up, Bayou Bengal? How we doing, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Bro, we're getting close. Appreciate it. Make sure y'all are subscribed to the channel. My man Hartman, Yeah, throwing out the blue Lambo. I wish StreamYard would show the Lambos in the chat. You know, I'm always in StreamYard. I'm not on YouTube right now, so I'm pretty sure on YouTube you might be able to pull up chats and they would show the Lambo. No clue. We'll figure it out one day, but not today because we're already flying this plane and building this team. It's a Best Ball Mania 7, and we're anchoring with Chase Brown. Got to figure this thing out now. Where do we go? What can we get access to at pick 59 and 62 to make this team make sense is the big question. Obviously, Lamar Jackson. I wouldn't mind Jamison Williams. He's falling. DeAndre Swift is there. I kind of like Jadarian Price. I might have to double tap running back. JMO goes. Big fall on JMO. Swift goes. Uh-oh. We're running out of running backs. Judkins goes. I wasn't going to take Judkins. I am going to take Lamar Jackson and grab him, stack him with Zay Flowers, get the bring back and Chase Brown. Feels good, man. If we're going to anchor on running back and push running backs, we're really going to have to get something out of it. So Lamar Jackson feels worth it. I would take Jadarian Price, though, and I know this guy's not going to take Jadarian Price as his RB4 on the team that he's built. He's going to take another receiver right here. Or he might take Joe Burrow. I would probably take Joe Burrow with T. Higgins. Yeah, okay, Jadarian Price it is. Let's go. The price is right. I need to get a clip for Jadarian Price. That's what I need. I need to make a Jadarian Price clip. That's the next clip we need on this channel. The dude's a stud. He'll figure it out. He'll learn how to catch passes in the NFL. They all do. Yo, what's up, Huhames? Good to see you, brother. Appreciate the shout out, as always, and the support, and for being here. Hope you're having a great night, man. I know you're staying up late, too. You got a busy day tomorrow, but appreciate you stopping by, man. Sup, fam? Bye, fam. I hope I caught you, Huhames. Appreciate you, dog. Yo, Jamie, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. I know we got to get those. That's the goal. The 1-year lease on a brand new convertible Lamborghini, all white interior, and all white paint. Spider, right? They it's about $180,000 for a 1-year lease of a Lamborghini, approximately. I looked it up in the past. When this team wins Best Ball Mania, guarantee you the first thing we're doing, we're leasing that Lambo, and then every draft for 2027 is going to be streamed sitting inside the Lamborghini. That's my promise to you all. Because then we'd really be the fantasy football garage. There'd be no doubt. So that's in the works. It's a big contingent play. I only have to win a tournament with about 670,000 other entrants. But I'm saying there's a chance. Appreciate the likes, Fantasy Dog. Good to see you, brother. Yeah. Feeling good tonight. It's Saturday. Just want to jump in here, get a stream in, have some fun. I've been at the pool all day. I've been doing some housework, some yard work, hitting the gym. Drafted a pit bull earlier today. Whatever that tournament is, $20 entry. Finally got one in, a fast one, felt good. Seattle has a tough matchup, but they get Carolina, the Rams, Philly. Okay, let's look back at the board. What are we cooking up? We've got Jefferson, anchor running back with Chase Brown, Garrett Wilson, Zay Flowers stacked with Lamar Jackson, took Jadarian Price in the 6th round. It's going to get ugly fast at running back. So I'm going to see who falls to me with pick 83 and 86. Might have to reach a little bit. I'm not afraid to. There's some running backs in this range that I do like. Also, wouldn't mind my first tight end here. Just kind of depends on who's going to be there. It's a little early. No, Tucker Kraft is gone. So I'm probably not going to end up going tight end because I was going to consider Tucker Kraft. We're getting after it tonight. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Yeah, Ramondre there. I think that's an easy click, right? Makes too much sense. Let's go Ramondre. And then probably Harvey. If not, Dowdle. I don't know that I need Addison on this team. Godwin could work. Jaden Reed's okay. What does this team need? What do you guys think? I think just running back. I think Harvey or Dowdle. Any strong feeling on Harvey or Dowdle? I'm probably, based on the playoff matchups, I don't mind it for Pittsburgh. It's okay. For Denver, it's probably better. So let's just go Harvey anyways. I like Dowdle. Let's just go Harvey. Another week 17 mini with Ramondre and Harvey there. I didn't really plan that, but it did work out. That's the only tough matchup that RJ Harvey and the Denver Broncos are going to have in their playoffs. They get the run funnel, at least their run funnel in 2025. Buffalo Bills. Mike Clay has them ranked. You can see here. I know it's small, but I'm keeping it this size so I can see it all the teams at once. Mike Clay for 2026 is projecting the Buffalo Bills as the 29th ranked overall defense. Las Vegas Raiders at the 25th. So the Broncos get a nice matchup in the Dome away in Las Vegas, home against Buffalo, who was a huge run funnel, hard to pass against last year, right? And then New England's a tough defense, and it's set to home in Denver, Mile High at least. Probably another low-scoring game. So maybe not the two guys I need in Week 17. Maybe they get me there. And that's kind of what I'm going for in these middle rounds, so I'm not too worried about it. And I like the prices on those running backs. I want to fill out this running back room. It's a 1-4-3-0 build. Very heavy wide receiver early, and then pump the brakes, hit the QB, 3 straight running backs. Now we have to figure out what we're going to do at tight end and how quickly we come back to wide receiver. Yo, what's up, Kelly? How we doing? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I think Harvey was the obvious pick. Dowdle, I don't mind Dowdle. I want to mix in more Dowdle, and I think I'll have the chance to. I feel like I'm drafting a ton of RJ Harvey, like a ton. Fantasy Dog, I'll shoot you the chart. I'll share it with you. I'll share it, the Google Sheet with you for sure if you want it. Yeah. The thing with like me doing my ranks is they're just not as nuanced yet. I need to take more time to like take in multiple sources and like kind of digest it and think about it and the implications from the NFL draft and free agent signings and coaching changes. There's a lot of moving parts. So at this point early in this summer, I'm really just going to lean on experts like a Mike Clay or whoever else I get my hands on until further notice. But yeah, definitely. And even later, probably what I'll do is be blending additional ranks as I get them to come in. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Blending in with keeping the Mike Clay ranks updated whenever he runs updates, and then blending in with whoever else would be kind of fun. Pitts would be nice. I don't think I need any of these QBs outside of Murray. I don't think the guy in the turn is going to take Murray, considering he has short-haired Trevor Lawrence and Jackson Dart, and no way to really stack Murray. Okay, Pitts goes, so that I need to figure out who I'm going to take before I take Murray, because there's no way Jay Sarab takes Murray. He might, and if he does, whatever. I could definitely do Pittman, because there's so many other QBs there. I could even do Bo Nix if he goes Murray. I think Pittman's my play here. You'd be either him, Bill, or KC. So let me go Pittman first. I don't know. Do you guys have a lack of faith in Pittman? He's a target earner. He's on a new offense. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be still... Wow, he does go QB, but he goes Shuck to go with his Tyson. Imagine he takes a 4th straight QB. That'd be wild. And then he pulls up C-Rod to the 109. Okay, I think this is obvious. I go Kyler Murray here. Don't have a bye week issue. Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray probably stop at 2 QBs. We'll just see what I can get later on. If I want to grab like Tua very late, cheap Geno, cheap Bryce Young, or Stroud falls. I haven't been seeing Stroud fall lately. I've been actually seeing Stroud rise up a little bit in some of my drafts at least. But we'll see if there's any cheap QBs late just to give me more floor, some other options. And I still need a tight end. So I just took Kyler Murray. Let's go ahead and review Minnesota's matchups: Detroit, Washington, and the New York Jets. I did take Pittman on Pittsburgh. They play Baltimore in week 15. Cool. Carolina in week 16. Tennessee week 17. Carolina's got a lot of my matchups. So Carolina, I've got my Bengals, my Steelers, and my Seahawks. So I need to bring in some Carolina pieces. Could be some nice fantasy playoff week correlation just to tie it in if it makes sense. That could be a direction to go. Yo, what's up? Young Moolah, Gab for life. How we doing? Appreciate it. Yeah, we're getting after it. We're in the lab tonight. Focus mode. This is a best ball mania for real. So we're going hard. Hey, Steph. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Steph was on a stream earlier this week, only a couple days ago. I think it was that Friday night? Was that literally yesterday? Or was that 2 nights ago? But Steph was on an FFPC stream. I caught some, and she was making a case kind of against Malik Neighbors with the recent news we had and where his ADP should be settling, and naming off a bunch of players she kind of prefers over Malik Neighbors right now. So it was on the FFPC's channel. Go check that one out and catch Steph's takes from her live stream about the implications on the Neighbors second surgery and injury, and which wide receiver she still likes over Neighbors right now. And I tend to agree with like everything she said. So definitely check that one out. Okay. Back on the clock. Kelsey's there. I don't mind Tracy. I don't mind Kelsey. I'm going to go Kelsey. And see, Mark Andrews was gone. That's who I was looking for. I was looking for Mark Andrews. I know I can get Hawkinson later. I can do some things with Gesicki later. Maybe even Kenyon Sadiq could be kind of fun. The wide receivers are so flat here. He goes likely in Goddard. So I did make the right move taking Kelsey first, and I can still get Tyrone Tracy if I want him. Should I go Amari Cooper or Diggs? Let me just go Tracy and feel like I can be done at running back. And I have been drafting a decent amount of both Omar Cooper and Stephon Diggs. I feel like they both would have like fit this team nicely, but I want to be done at running back because I hate all these running backs after the Tracy line. I'll take an occasional Woody Marks. I take too much Emmanuel Wilson, and he wouldn't fit on this team anyways. After that, I'm out. I'm so out. Hey, what's good, Tyler? Yeah, consensus panel would be nice. Bottles of champagne is Meg popping after the Aaron Rodgers news today. At least one. At least one, no doubt. Strong panel. Hey, appreciate you, Fantasy Dog. It was fun. It was a fun stream. A lot of good guys. How we doing, my man? Tyler, you must be just ripping drafts today. I want to know. I don't know if you've said it in the Discord officially, but give me an update. Round number. Are you at double-digit drafts today? Have you just been nonstop getting into it? This is my second draft of the day. This is a Best Ball Mania 7, and I hit up a pit bull earlier today. Yeah, what's up, D Miller? The NFL ADPs, so funny. Y'all are sick, bro. It's like peak best ball summer right now. We have the NFL schedule release. We have all this news. Aaron Rodgers just signed, so this is definitely not early. You're funny, though. Good to see you, bro. Thursday. Yeah, that was a Thursday stream. Steph, I was just saying this last night. Doesn't it seem like the news cycle in the NFL right now, we're so on top of it? It hadn't even been like 24 hours since we heard that Malik Neighbors news, and we already felt like we'd already all accounted for it, but it really hasn't been that long even now. Why is James Cook so high? Because he led the league in rushing last year, and he's on the Bills, and they score a ton of touchdowns, double-digit touchdowns every year. Justin Jefferson so low because he scored 2 touchdowns last year, didn't have a spike week that he went over 17 points. Let me get into this pick. But yeah, no, we're deep. We're deep in these thoughts. Britton Strange, I kind of like. I could go wide receiver. I would probably take Trey Tucker over Jalen Naylor straight up, so I might just do that. Do I want Juwan Johnson? No, I prefer Brenton Strange. Let me grab Trey Tucker because this guy doesn't have any wide receivers, and he's going to take 1 or 2. He'll probably take Jalen McMillan. He's got 2 tight ends, so I'm doubtful he takes Strange from me. But he goes Johnson at least. I could still take Jalen McMillan. I might go Ted Hurst late. Let me get Brenton Strange. I feel like he's a really good piece. Okay, through 14 rounds, 2-5-5-2 build. Hey, balanced or what? Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Chase Brown. So I have the Lamar stacked with Zay Flowers, the Chase Brown bring back in week 17. I got Jadarian Price. The price is right. Ramondre Stevenson, RJ Harvey, Tyrone Tracy. I have Kyler stacked up with Justin Jefferson, the Garrett Wilson bring back week 17. Fun. Michael Pittman Jr., Trey Tucker, Travis Kelce, Brenton Strange. On wide receivers, I just noticed I've got 3 with a week 13 bye. So I was intending to maybe stop with 7. We'll just see where this team takes us because I don't even need a third QB if there's not one there that I want. Wow, McMillan falling about 20 picks past ADP. With the kind of the coach speak to come out this week. That's interesting. So Justin Jefferson, yeah, he was terrible last year. His offense is terrible. His QB is terrible, but they've upgraded, right? So that's kind of, people are hedging a little bit. He wasn't that good last year. He's been getting worse every season for the last 3 years. He got paid and he's getting comfortable, I guess. Rashi at 2.7. Yeah, the Rashi at 2.7 is they cleared all the legal implications, so he's going to play. And when he does play, he's good. And he's probably their, until they signed Ken Walker, he was probably their top offensive piece. And he still is going to be their top receiver, almost certainly. Cardinals, Jeremiah Love at 2.11. Question mark. I think that's, did he go 2.11 here? Yeah. That's a fair price. End of the second, beginning of the third. I like him there. I think Jeremiah Love can get a lot of work. The scare is just the Cardinals, right? So you're not wrong about the question mark about the Cardinals. New coaching, potential QB issues. Rice should be higher. Rice could be higher. Yeah. I think if I just look at the head-to-heads, and Rice does go pretty high here, but like I think Rice compares well to like London or Collins, and maybe he's even more favorable. Pickens kind of fell here, but then I guess it's Rice after Jefferson. Maybe he can't get that much higher unless you're taking him over those running backs. It's kind of what it gets to. We've got 4 more picks to go. I'm envisioning probably 1 more tight end, almost certainly, and at least 2 more receivers. So then the question is, do I take that third QB? Geno Smith goes. That's a bummer. I would have drafted Geno Smith at 179. Mendoza's still there, though. If Mendoza's there, I'll grab him. I could stack him up. I've already got Trey Tucker. In the Raiders play Cardinals and Tennessee and Denver, so I've got some connection there. I might be able to get Mendoza. Okay, cool. But do I think Jay Sarab will take Mendoza? Do I need to go receiver? Honestly, I don't care. I'm going to go Mendoza, and then whatever receiver's there, I'll just take one of these guys. Mendoza on this team, he's not like super necessary, but I get him cheap. I just want a third QB to get a third QB cheap. Some people don't take a third QB with an elite quarterback, but quarterbacks get injured. So it's not really about the skill. It's more about the injury risk. I'm going to go Calvin Ridley. I don't really know I haven't really figured out what's going on with that Tennessee wide receiver room yet. How often they're going to be using multiple tight ends, I'm not sure. I feel like they're going to be passing a decent amount. And even with Carnell Tate there, and now bringing in Wan'Dale Robinson, I feel pretty comfortable with Calvin Ridley. He's being the cheaper option. And if I'm not mistaken, in his game logs, like when he was healthy last season, he was still pretty good. I'm pulling it up now because I looked at this a while ago and I made a note that the next time I draft Calvin Ridley, I need to open his game log again and remind myself. No, it wasn't so good in 2015. He had one good game. He had no touchdowns in his, one good game with 131 yards on 10 targets. Targets likely to go down with Tate and Wan'Dale there. We'll see. He can kind of be a spike week guy. At this price, it's not a big deal. He took a pay cut. He's sticking around. We'll see. To be determined. But it was either him or Judy. Like what's the difference? Ridley's much older. Could just be better. Maybe a better team. What do you guys think about Ridley? I forget. Someone was really into Ridley, and they were trying to sell me on Ridley, and I capitulated a little bit. Really been decent nose. Dable plus probably has trade outs. That's a good thing too. I mean, if the Titans really are in a bad spot, he's definitely a trade candidate, I would think, right? Or even a cut candidate, and then he gets picked up by another team. So I don't think he's done. Who was the other tight end that I was thinking about at the beginning of this? Oh, Hawkinson. Where did Hawkinson go? Hawkinson was long gone. He went 149. What the hell? So that's why I took Strange and didn't even think about Hawkinson. Bummer. All right, we need one more tight end, and then we can figure out what to do the last pick. Almost certainly wide receiver at this point. I think it's got to be a wide receiver. I like Zachariah Branch. Mooney's fine. Why do I want Mooney? Well, the Giants are playing. Well, not really. I don't have to have Mooney. Go Freiermuth. I think that's the easy pick. Go Mayer. Take Zachariah Branch and then go Mayer. Give me a rookie wide receiver that I like for fun. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have gone with Jacoby Lane or Elijah Surratt. I could still take Bateman. Is that gross? I have Zay Flowers, though. I think I want to go Michael Mayer here. I'm going to do it. Michael Mayer to go with Mendoza. Call me crazy. Maybe it's the year of the two tight ends. Maybe Brock Bowers misses some time again. Plus, I don't really need anything from him. I'm really going to bank on Brenton Strange to carry this tight end room. Travis Kelce to be relevant once or twice a year. or when he catches touchdowns, at least maybe primetime games. Michael Mayer could be fun late season. There's something there. There's something there with Bowers and Mayer. I think he's totally draftable. I don't know. Zachariah Branch probably could have tossed in Jacoby Lane or Elijah Surratt for the same effect. Ridley's older than Osmosis. This is also true. Yo, best ball chosen. What is good, my man? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a good Saturday night. T Ferg says, Kriyath. Yeah, I thought about that one too. What's your take on the whole situation with Terrence Ferguson versus Colby Parkinson versus Claire versus Higbee? To me, it's hard to figure out. I think they have the draft capital they put into Ferguson that's interesting. A second-round pick last year, right? I don't think he should. To me, I think the bet on Ferguson is like very similar to the bet I just made on Michael Mayer, which is why I was willing to go Mayer in my situation where I've got my Mendoza for the stack. And I think Mayer's going to be a pretty low-owned piece. I don't mind that angle either in a tournament with almost 1 million people. I don't know, but maybe I'm just like overthinking it. Let me know if y'all hate the Mayer pick. I think in round 18, who cares, right? The tight end. But it is weird having like a tight end 2 or a handcuff tight end. Although we've done it in previous years. I've looked back at like all of the last 3 or 4 years we've drafted. I've been drafting high volume, and we've always been drafting multiple tight ends on certain teams. It's kind of funny. The situation this year, some people like Freiermuth, some people like Darnell Washington. What's up, Mac Nova? Are you ready for Neiman to shoot a 63 tomorrow? He could. Anyone could win this thing. Someone's going to go low, shoot a 64, a 65, a 63 even, like you're saying, and they'd win it. Be impressive. Chosen says, have you seen T Ferg's average depth of target? It's been a while. It's pretty deep, right? But I know for Ferguson, it's a real small sample size, right? So 25 targets, 11 receptions. Obviously, I can do quick math. He's averaging about 20 yards per reception, a little bit higher. So his average depth of target it's going to be somewhere, if I just had to guess, 15 yards, 15 to 18 yards. Let me know. Small sample size, but it could be a fun thing to be a reason, especially on all these like Matthew Stafford teams. Terrence Ferguson makes sense. They didn't draft any wide receivers that matter. Like the Mayer pick? Oh, appreciate that. I don't know. Maybe it's right. Maybe it's wrong. It's just kind of fun. Just get different. Try to make some connections instead of just drafting the best available player. I want the best player to fit my team, considering all the other correlated bets I've already made, right? This is a large field tournament. This is Best Ball Mania. No one's going to care if you get the Ray Davis as the RB42 and you drafted him at the RB52 and, or you, whatever, like, you could take a couple zeros. You don't have to have the better heads up player in this tournament. You need to have the right combo on week 17. You also have to get there, and you want to make correlated team bets. So we'll see. Kriot says he's way overexposed to Terrence Ferguson. He's like a Loveland light. Mayer's not the same because it's just the Rams over Las Vegas. Yeah, I would think that makes a lot of sense. I'll be interested to see. Geno Smith last year on the Raiders, caps lock, only passed for 3,000 yards. If you told me that Mendoza throws for 4,000 yards, wouldn't surprise me one bit. I think project him to go for 4,000, but it's kind of like a ceiling outcome for him. It's not that far off. It's within the range of possibilities, like what we saw with rookie year CJ Stroud, right? I think Stroud's rookie year, he was 4,100 and 21 touchdowns, 4,123 touchdowns with 3 rushing. Give me that stat line for Mendoza. He's a smash pick where he's going. And if I get the extra 1,000 yards above what Las Vegas had last year, some of it's going to go to Bowers. Some of it might go to Mayer. Some of those touchdowns might go to Mayer. And then, the receivers, I think honestly with the Raiders, obviously the Rams are a better team, right? But the target competition from Naylor and Trey Tucker and Jack Besh is not very intimidating to me. I think Mayer could earn some targets there. So that's kind of also my thesis on Mayer, why he's relevant. But obviously the Rams are a better team. There's a lot more target competition. You got Puka, who's going to go for like anywhere from 150 to 200 targets. Devontae Adams probably gets another 100 targets. We know Kyron isn't a complete slouch. He'll catch a few passes a game. So there's another probably 40 targets, 45 targets. And then, we get Terrence Ferguson. He could definitely have a bigger role. He is competing with a bunch of other kind of middling tight ends. But then again, like just looking at Matthew Stafford, right? He's going to have 500 to 600 pass attempts. He could have twice as many touchdowns as Fernando Mendoza. So the likelihood of catching lightning in the bottle on the Rams is just higher. It's more frequent because they're putting up bigger volume. So I understand that for sure. I didn't even have any Rams on this team, which feels to not have a single Ram or Lion on any given team feels bad, man. But I do have some Bengals. I've got a bunch of Vikings and Ravens. So not completely. I did draft a lot of the bad teams, but not completely. I don't know. I like this one. This is a fun team. Best Ball Mania. I tried to go focus mode. Someone took Justin Fields. Look at this team. They just got locked out at QB. Went super late QB with Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, Justin Fields. The running back room's pretty shit. No offense, but when Pollard's your RB2 and Daddle's your RB3 and Jones your RB4, this is more typical like anchor, but it's not. I'm not impressed by this RB room. It's the wide receiver room. This is where everything is. JSN, Rashee Rice, Evans, Adunze. And then Warren and Laporta. Spent too much draft capital at tight end. Only went with 2. The wide receiver room's probably a little too strong, but honestly fine. And the running back room, it's like, I don't even know. It's kind of middling it. And the QBs couldn't be worse. Daniel Jones coming off a horrific Achilles injury. Geno Smith on a new team. And Justin Fields a backup. So that's my hater approach to this team. Just because he took Justin Fields, I already knew I was going to come into that one trying to rip it apart. Bowers gets hurt. Yeah, who knows? And then a little bit of standalone value, right? So, plus he had all that draft capital. Yeah, round 18 seems fine. Yo, what's up, Danimal? Sharp, thanks. Great stuff. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Yeah, I tried to lock in on this one. I really tried to lock in on this Best Ball Mania and put together what I truly believe are the better picks I can make in each round. And not just like the best pick in each round with no team context. I really tried to weave this one together. I have a shit ton of playoff correlation on this team. So that's fun to see. And then one thing I've been talking a lot about, I took my last running back in round 12. And then just a wide receiver here, there, a rookie shot here. couple late tight ends. A late QB doesn't hurt. He fell to me. I already had a stack, and then I backstacked him even more. Yeah, the Rams just passed way more. Exactly. This is true too. And also, Kriyoff, the Rams have arguably the best defense going into 2026. They might just be more of a run first and let the defense win the game kind of team. They might not have to force Stafford into having a career year, an MVP quality year, and forcing him to throw so much and relying on him so much. If we just looked at like Stafford in his kind of career and even his recent career, he's an obvious regression candidate, both from a yardage standpoint, pass attempt standpoint, touchdowns. The interceptions could stay the same. His interception rate's been pretty consistent. So with Stafford, obviously last year was incredible. We could just as easily get a 2023 type year from him. And then you're better off just, what would this compare to? 250 points? I mean, that's going to be less than Jordan Love. It's kind of the ballpark there. Jordan Love's missed some games, but that's what I was thinking in my head. But at the same time, I mean, Stafford was not expensive in this draft. In this one in particular, where did Stafford go? 118, like not that expensive, right? At all. Love actually goes ahead of him at 106. So the Stafford prices changed. He's been getting cheaper. That's pretty interesting. He falls sometimes to teams who won't take him unstacked, which I think is funny. And this team actually did take him unstacked and then didn't even backstack him. At that price, though, if you're just going for upside, I don't think it's crazy to take unstacked. Oh no, yes, Puka. Okay, no, I'm stupid. Yeah, to get Puka and then Stafford at 118, that's good. That's very good. Hey, the Rousey fight. I'll probably just catch the highlights. It's straight to Netflix, isn't it? That's so funny. She hasn't fought in 10 years. Big name, big card, I guess. What are like the betting odds? I bet, honestly, I don't know what the betting odds are. I wouldn't trust them. I would just feel like she's going to lose. Just probably bet on her to lose. But don't take my word for it. Yeah, what's up, Adam? How we doing, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great Saturday, my friend. And by the way, and you guys already know Adam. You've seen him here on the channel. You watch him go live all the time. He was live earlier today. He's live most days. Make sure you're subscribed to Adam's channel, Nice and Blunt. Check out his work. We get Huhames in here, but I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Huhames and his channel for anyone who's potentially not subbed, but you guys all know Huhames just as well. Friend of the channel. I streamed with Huhames probably like 30 times. We streamed a lot last year. It was a lot of fun. We need to get back on the stream together soon. I hope he's asleep by now because I know he's got a big day ahead of him and I know what his schedule's like. But make sure you're subbed to Huhames' channel as well. Who else did we have to stop by? We had Jamie. We had Bayou Bengal in here. Throw Bayou Bengal a sub, another supporter of the Fantasy Football Garage and friend. Jamie in here. Make sure you're subscribed to Jamie's channels. He puts out a lot of great content, a lot of videos. Make sure you check him out. You can get to his channel, I think, through his personal YouTube as well. And then Gab for Life, Young Moolah. Appreciate you being here as well. Make sure you're subbed over there. Boom. All the boys. Who else we got? Emo Cowboy. Don't sub to him. Actually, go unsub from him. I'm just kidding. No, Emo's the greatest. Toxic Tower, and also the Fantasy Sanctuary. And you guys already know these things, but for some reason, if you found this stream tonight, if you're new here, or somehow you've never come across all of the great friends in the space of the channel that I've done streams with, that I've been on their channel, they've been on my channel. Go check them out. Make sure you're sub. Support the boys. Support the community. Yeah, he could regress and still be really good, right? That is interesting though, thinking about like the personnel and what they're going to do and how they don't really trust rookies. Now he's year 2. Can they trust him? I like it. It's a good shout. This is a great late tight end pick. And I have not seen Terrence Ferguson go ahead of round 17 or 18 in any draft. So you can always get him is the thing. So I do like that shout. This is also true, Jeff. Yeah. Oh, nice. I don't even think Stafford's price at ADP is bad anymore. He was more expensive during like the big board. He would go expensive in those, but like he's not even expensive anymore. That's true. This is also true. Let's do it. Let's get there. I was talking earlier in the beginning of the stream, like what's the goal for hitting 1,000? And I think you and I were talking about this. Just channel improvements, some giveaways for the members, some giveaways for the subs, some channel improvements I'm working on, and we'll have to do something to celebrate for sure. The last time I did, or 2 times ago, because I celebrated hitting 500 subs, and then my very, very first sub goal ever was hitting 100 subs, and we had a little like stream party for that, which was pretty fun, and had on a bunch of friends of the channel and made it really special. It was cool. It was cool. So that's something like that. I know that, Fanspeak just did their 24-hour stream for their sub goal of hitting 1,000. I don't think I have that in me, but I like the idea and kind of the vibe of having like a bunch of content going on and a bunch of guests on the channel and stuff, and panels and games, all of that. So we'll see. If we get to 1,000, we might like do some fun things on stream, like not just draft. Like we'll change it up. Like we might go to like miniputt.com and like I don't know. We might do some putt games, get everyone in the chat to like jump in. We might do some marble races. Who knows? Whatever we can do that's like online and interactive and kind of random and funny, I think would be fun. Like a random Friday night, we're just getting in here and it's like we're just marble racing on stream. That would be hilarious. And like betting on it or something. And then yeah, I've got some ideas, but I think it'll just be kind of fun nonsense, and definitely having a bunch of guests on the stream is one of the big goals for the 1,000 subs, or like one of the big the big goal. It'd be funny. Ferg or Colby? See, I was drafting probably a little bit of Colby Parkinson and Ferg during the pre-NFL draft best ball. Now I would be more inclined to probably go Ferg for the upside. Colby got the touchdowns last year. So it's hard to know. I think they're both viable though, and they both go late. So I don't even know if Colby got drafted in this one. But I know who should not be drafted. Probably not Max Clare. Probably not Tyler Higbee. Yo, what's up, Blizzy? Nice. What kind of draft were you wrapping up? I just wrapped up this Best Ball Mania. Tried to go like hardcore focus mode and like pretty intense on it. I think I got a team that I like. I feel pretty good about this team. It's decent. I got some good stacks. Got some good bringbacks. Could be stronger at running back, but I feel like I stopped. I got 5 through the first 12 rounds. Wide receivers are good enough. I'm gonna jump into, and I don't think I recognized anyone in this draft room, which is kind of the point, because the Best Ball Mania is it's a 2 out of 12 advance. I don't really want to be stepping on each other's toes with the chat. Last year we did so many Best Ball Manias together. Is this Frenchie gonna fill? I don't know if I'm doing this Frenchie. I don't know if I like this $10,000 up top. I like this Pitbull 100K up top. Now we're talking. to get into a pit bull. These been taking a minute to fill. Waiting on 8. I'd be super surprised if this pit bull snap filled anyways. But if you want to get in the pit bull, I mean, you can. It's still a 2 out of 12 advance, 1615, 156. So it's going to be tough to get out of this original pod. As I'm waiting for this one to fill, let's go review the puppy that I drafted on stream last night. Another Mendoza team. What's going on? Yeah, for sure. For sure. This is probably directionally accurate and true. Yeah, I would think this is probably the take. Komet might be draftable in some situations too. Think about that. But I know what you're saying. Albug, yo. I'm just going to leave this up here for a minute while I grab some water. We'll come back. We'll review this team. And then we'll jump into that pit bull that still hasn't filled. Where my phone's not updating. Let me see. Did it fill? Did we fill the pit bull? It was waiting on 8. It's waiting on 4. I'm going to grab the water. You guys just look at this sweet picture of that. I think that's Al Boogie and his wife. Yeah, I think that's Al Boog and his wife. I think they went on vacation earlier this year or something, he was saying. So, nice profile pic. I don't know yet, Adam. I don't know the for certain end number. We'll have to see. I'm kind of playing it by ear. We'll see what it looks like when I get to August in September and how jealous I am if I haven't already maxed and if I still want to. I maxed the last 2 years. I half maxed it the year before that. I think my baseline right now is somewhere between 50 and 75. And then if I max it, I'll probably be surprised, but I could. But this format, the pit bull, very into. Just because the size of the top prize and the size of the final. 156 in the finals. Nice. Hey, what's up, Pat? How we doing, brother? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a great Saturday night, my friend. Just wrapped up a Best Ball Mania. I'm reviewing a puppy I drafted on stream last night. And then I'm in a pit bull waiting on 6. Waiting on 5. Let's see. What does Fantasy Dog say? Exactly. Pat now Booger here. Now it's a party. So this is from last night. 3573. I don't even remember this team, which is terrible to say, but I don't remember it at all. Stafford. Okay. We were just talking about Stafford. Bryce Young. Mendoza. Pretty weak QB room. A lot of pocket passers. Barkley. Kyron. So I have the Kyron stack with Stafford. I got sniped on Devontae Adams, so I do remember that. Tootin, another Harvey team. I'm drafting too much Harvey right now. Got to chill. And then Emmanuel Wilson. This is an okay running back room. I like the top 4. Emmanuel Wilson's fine. CD Lamb. I didn't get Dak either. I do remember that, but I have T-Mac with Bryce Young. Jordan Tyson's fun. Michael Wilson, cool. I got Shakir, a little bit of a faller. Okay. Jerry Jeudy, fine. Besh for the stack. Laporta, Ferg, and Ferguson. Bruh. Creoth, I know ball, bro. I drafted this team last night. You know why I can't remember it? Because I ended the stream and I immediately jumped over to Meg's stream at midnight to do the FanSpeak 24 hour. And so if you saw me start on Meg's stream, I'm looking at my phone in like the first 30 seconds. I drafted both Jack Besh and Terrence Ferguson while she was introing me onto her stream, and I'd already ended my stream. That's why I could not remember this team for the life of me. Hey, but I definitely know ball. Look at me drafting Terrence Ferguson to stack up with Stafford. I'm a genius. I like the receiver room a lot. I like the tight end room a lot. The running back room is pretty strong, at least through the first 4. The quarterbacks, we need a repeat Stafford year or Mendoza to be rookie year Stroud for this one to like really hit, but I think we can work with it. It's just a puppy anyways, so it's like, okay, let's go look at that. Pitbull I drafted. So I'm in a slow Pitbull, but I drafted this one at the gym today on the treadmill, watching some golf, drafting some teams, hitting the weights. This is from the one spot. I kind of like this team too. 31 watching, 32. Let's go. Oh, a Pitbull. Is my money good here? Let's go. Yeah, we're still waiting on 2 more. The Pitbulls do take a while to fill. I was at the gym and I was like, damn, if this thing doesn't fill quick, I can't sit at the gym all day. I had to get back home. So it took like 15 minutes to fill it earlier today. I don't think it'll take that long tonight. More people are drafting. It was kind of the middle of the day too when I was in it. But I was like, no, I want to draft a team while I'm here doing like my cardio portion. And I only have so much time to do that. I don't want to have to draft another freaking puppy. Oh, Blizzy Blaine in this one. Damn, this is going to be a sharp room. Yeah, Kriyoff. Handshake emoji. I got you. And that's funny because we were talking about it, but then I forgot that I did it last night. So that's pretty funny. Okay, this team, the 2583. It's my first Pitbull that I did earlier today, right? Drake May, Dak Prescott. Nice. Gibbs, Henderson, Swift, Rashad White, Woody Marks. It's hard to say it's bad when you have Gibbs. The upside of Henderson, you know, the Bears are a good team. Rashad White's on a good offense. He's a fine piece. Marks is whatever. I think that can get it done. That's an okay running back room. It's not bad. You have Gibbs. Pickens stacked. Nico Collins, Jacoby Myers, Omar Cooper, Debo, Calvin Ridley again. Okay, I'm done drafting Calvin Ridley today. This is too much. Ted Hurst is fun. Troy Franklin. I didn't like that pick when I made it, but I was doing something. I was doing a bring back, week 17 bring back for Drake May, and I don't even have him stacked with anyone besides Travion, which I think can still be fine. Does Debo go to the Patriots? I doubt it. Pitts, Jake Ferg, Dalton Schultz. So I've got a bunch of, I've got 3 Texans. I've got a team stack for the Texans as well. And I've got double stacked Dak Prescott with Ferguson and George Pickens. Kind of that's the most of the team there. Playing it through the Texans, the Cowboys, the Patriots. Then I just throw in a Gibbs and a Swift mini. I need Jacoby Myers to do some heavy lifting and maybe Omar Cooper as well. Could be worse. All right. Still waiting on 2 more for this Pitbull. One more. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Even with the support of the boys in the chat, took a while to fill this one. Let's go. Drafting in the 5 spot. We've got Blizzy Blaine in the 3. Hey, Tika in the 8. Young Mula in the 9. Shout out. Fantasy Dog Pound in the 12. Only 2 out of 12 advance. Good luck, gentlemen. Start your engines. Let's go. I haven't seen Anthony in here tonight. Maybe he said what's up earlier. There he is. GL. I was like, yeah, back of the bus. You're back there. Yeah, this lobby's a little bit too sharp. Is it too late to back out? When I saw Anthony's username, I was like, oh, damn. He was lurking. He found an opportunity. He jumped in. Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a great Saturday night. Okay, I definitely go Jonathan Taylor. Boom. I did a little write-up on Jonathan Taylor. It's going to be the third episode I do for my new podcast, by the way, which is not on YouTube. It's just Apple Podcast, Spotify. It's called Edge Detection. I've got one episode out. I'm putting out episodes every Sunday. Episode 2 comes out tomorrow. Episode 1 was Bijan versus Gibbs. It's a 5-minute episode. It's just a quick hitting facts, things you need to know, make the case, let you make your own pick, but tell you what I'm doing. Episode 2 comes out tomorrow. It's a debate on the wide receiver 1 overall. Is it Puka, Chase, or JSN? Why? Which one's got the most upside? Which one has the highest floor? Which one is the trap? And then episode 3, which will come out next week, or if I really get ahead of myself and put out a second episode this week, I might. It's mostly centered on Jonathan Taylor versus Christian McCaffrey. And I kind of, in doing research for these episodes, to get my podcast started, I put out some Twitter threads. And so kind of the short version of what is in the podcast is in those Twitter threads that I was pumping out last week. And then more to come. I'm planning to do a new episode every week and going forward, just until I decide to stop. So indefinitely. Let's see if I can keep it up. And make sure you're subscribed or following that. Apple Podcast, Spotify. Links are in the description. And they're all over my Twitter as well. So check that out. It's completely separate from the YouTube. It's a completely different thing. And I'm just kicking it off. I need to update my banner. After this pick, I'm going to update my banner that we're not drafting a Best Ball Mania anymore. It's a Pitbull. Also, tomorrow night, Bindles and I are co-hosting the Ballsy show. We've got Mr. Neil Orfield coming on the channel. Super pumped. Okay, Jonathan Taylor, just a quick recap. Probably should have already done this. Indianapolis Colts, Tennessee, Cincy, Cleveland. If I go Rashee Rice, it's an okay schedule. If I go London, it's a really good schedule. I honestly don't know how I feel. I'm just gonna go Rice. I like them both. I'll go JT Rice. It's going to be an interesting position, though, to be in the third round where it's mostly receivers that go here. Pick 29. New England, San Francisco, and the Chargers. Week 5 bye. Indy's got that bye in week 13. So we're good there. McCaffrey, Chase Brown starts pretty fun. Bijan, Love, Cook, Achane is the one that I like the least, I think. Genty and Henry's very, very fun start. The only reason I don't like the Cook Achane start is because I just don't have a lot of faith in the Dolphins. It's cool because it's like the Week 17 matchup and people were already naturally taking that pairing together. Cook, I get. Achane, what's the touchdown upside of the Miami Dolphins in 2026? Does the team score 30 touchdowns? A serious question. Can they average 2 touchdowns a game? We'll find out, but I don't know. Seems risky for a first-round pick. Back on the clock. I'm going to go Breece Hall here. I think that's what I want to do. Get my second running back. Take a Breece Hall. The Jets' playoff picture for fantasy is decent. Arizona's a nice matchup. New England's kind of tough, but it's okay. It's in the division and it's at home. And then at home against the Vikings is not a bad matchup at all. So I don't mind that. JT, Rashi Rice, Brees Hall in this pit bull. Let's update the banner. Say, was it pit bull? There we go. Boom, Pitbull draft. The chat gets quiet. Everyone's in focus mode. Everyone's drafting. I don't know if you guys do this too. I'll be on my phone most of the time if I'm drafting with the bros late at night in someone else's stream and I'm drafting along. I feel like I'm on my phone listening in. Sometimes got an AirPod in. A lot of times. Drafting off the phone. Mini screen on the YouTube. Wifey watching Netflix or HBO or something. But the desk setup is just undefeated. Did Hope, when she was dropping some of the data from last year from the Best Ball Mania drafts, did she draft data on desktop versus mobile? I thought she did. And I thought it was pretty overwhelmingly mobile, wasn't it? I'm okay with Mike Evans. I'll just do Mike Evans. I thought about taking Travion again. San Francisco's matchups are pretty tough. Chargers, away for the Chargers, away for the Chiefs, home against Philly. The mini YouTube screen plus drafting. Yep. It was 75% mobile, 25% desktop. That's actually kind of crazy, but that's what I would believe it to be. Everything's so mobile first. It's got to be that much more mobile, right? I mean, who's doing pick'ems? Well, I mean, some of us do pick'ems from the desktop, especially if you're streaming a pick'em or something. But like, I feel like 90% of their pick'ems have to be done mobile. Yo, Steve, we just kicked off a pit bull. I'm actually glad you weren't here when it kicked off, because if there was one more sharp in this room, I mean, I don't think there's a good chance I advance just based on the usernames in here that we've got. But if Steve was in this room, there'd be 0% chance that I'd get through. He'd be definitely taking up one of the spots. Good to see you, man. Hope you recovered from that 24-hour stream. Epic. And congrats on hitting the sub goal, man. Super stoked for what's next for the FanSpeak network and you know, all good things going on. So hope you're recovered. Okay, I almost took Travion Henderson at pick 44. He comes back around to 53, so I do feel really good about that. I go JT, Rashi Rice, Brees Hall, Mike Evans, Big Mike, and then Travion Henderson. Let's go. Maybe Travion starts to fall. He's got that tough matchup against the Broncos in week 17. Yeah, and Jeff T. Oh, Jeff T. I forgot to follow up with you, and I haven't even mentioned it tonight. But yeah, more to come. I'm interested. I'm definitely interested. Looked really good. I liked the video. I liked the video that you put out. It looked really good. It looked very interesting. Yeah, the phones I think have even worse connection on the clock. Not fully covered. Yeah, glad I could be a part of it. Chefing something up. Yeah, Jeff T. We will see. Okay, I'm coming back on the clock, and I need receiver. I like Brian Thomas. I like Marvin Harrison. Tyler Warren there's a little expensive, but I don't hate it, but I don't. Fuck. Brian Thomas and Harrison go. What the hell? I wanted one of them. This is a Drake May team. Can I push it? I'm just going to take Drake May. I don't know what else to do. I haven't been taking Chuba. Do I need to start taking Chuba Hubbard? No. They get Pittsburgh and Seattle in the playoffs. Don't want Chuba Hubbard. Negative. Could have gone Tyler Warren, but I don't think I'm going to be drafting a lot of Mekhi Lemon. Not on the Eagles. This is a weird spot on the board. I feel like I end up just taking QBs here. And when I look, and if I'm late enough that I didn't get access to Marvin Harrison or Brian Thomas or Jordan Tyson, which are like the obvious picks that I would do if I wasn't taking a QB. So I'm kind of stumped a little bit on exactly how I want to play this next pick, but I've got something in mind. Hell yeah, Jeff. I'll be excited for that. Dynasty, am I going Javonte, David Montgomery, or Travis Etienne as RB1? If I'm picking between them for Dynasty, I guess I'd probably go Etienne, Travis Etienne, maybe, and then probably Javonte, and then David Montgomery. I'm not very good at pricing in like the age of players and stuff for Dynasty. I'm always just trying to win now, so I wouldn't get too hung up on that stuff. What is the Titans playoff schedule like? It's terrible. Pittsburgh week 17. It's pretty good before that, but I don't think I'm going to be crazy about getting Tony Pollard. I'm not going to be overexposed to Tony Pollard, I don't think. I could have gone Cortland Sutton there for just to get another receiver. Give myself a bring back for these Patriots. I go Tucker Kraft. I'm a big Kraft believer. I'm going to throw him in there. I think it's the right spot. The right range. Feels good getting a tight end. Not too early, not too late. Not too early, but still a good tight end. I have a 1-3-2-1 build. Do need to catch up a receiver sooner than later, but we'll kind of figure that out when we get to it. But I like this team. I like the running backs a lot. Wide receiver is good enough so far. Can't complain at tight end or QB, so time to land this plane. Get lucky, get some followers here. Yeah, every team is actually a Drake May team. This is also true. In the 7th round of these best ball drafts, or just kind of like in the pocket of tight ends, I do like Kraft a lot. I feel like I don't get to take him as much. I feel like other people take him even more than I do, and so, but I like him. Bannon seems to fall. He's more of like a 8-9 kind of pick, even though his ADP's in the 8th round. I've taken some Tyler Warren. I don't not like Tyler Warren. It's the opportunity cost of taking a tight end in round 6 is a little bit high when you have these other potential alpha wide receivers and all of these like high-end QBs is the problem there. And there's still some decent running backs available, although it's starting to get pretty bad. No, Mahomes goes to Anthony to stack up with this Ken Walker. No. Okay, then I'm definitely going. Definitely going Brock Purdy there to go with Mike Evans. That's the solution. I was going to take Mahomes, but I'll go Purdy there. Because I think a lot of these running backs, to me, they're all kind of the same from here on out for a little bit. They're not that. They're okay. They're a lot of contingent upside or split backfields, and some of them are on good teams. And then the wide receivers, to me, are completely flat here. And I've got some ideas what I want to do next. Yeah, I don't know. Frizz, who are some of your favorite tight ends kind of in like this middle range? One thing I posted on Twitter a week and a half ago was like asking people where the elite tight end line was. A lot of people said it was either just Bowers or Bowers McBride, or even they would include Colston Loveland. But then a whole other contingent of people would like circle Kraft or Laporta and be like, actually, there's an elite tight end that goes later that we should be taking earlier. But so people are making cases for a lot of different favorite tight ends. Pretty interesting. You guys know me. I actually don't even like Pearsall at all, but I will take him for the double stack with Brock Purdy. He's getting cheap enough. Yo, what's up, Leo? Parker was looking like Amon-Ra St. Brown in some games. I think he's the wide receiver to own in Jacksonville. Yeah, Parker Washington was really good down the stretch. He had some big spike weeks. He was looking good, had some high target games. I think he's interesting for sure. That was his year 3 breakout. It was kind of a second half of the season year 3 breakout, very similar to what we saw from Michael Wilson. And from Parker Washington, it came on the heels of Travis Hunter's injury. Michael Wilson's breakout kind of came when Marvin Harrison Jr. was going through some injury. So it's interesting. I have a lot of faith in the Liam Cohen offense in the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I'm still taking a lot of Brian Thomas. I will take some Parker Washington, though. I'm not afraid. And I don't mind Jacoby Myers at his price either. So I haven't figured out like what's the best way to play the Jacksonville receivers. I'm just going to be taking kind of all of them on certain teams and certain builds. So I think a lot of players in that offense can eat. I'm definitely playing it through Tootin, even though he's gotten expensive. I think he also, you could justify kind of his price where he goes. At first, I was starting to think. At first, I was skeptical of the Tootin rise. As long as he doesn't get more expensive, and if he does get more expensive, we better have a lot more information to go along with it of like why we're paying that price. Yeah, Anthony took Mahomes. That makes sense. I think it's the back stack with Worthy. Very nice. Ooh, there goes Pitts. Oh, there goes Bill. All the players I want to go. Keep going because I'm in the middle of the board. Damn, do I just take... I should just take... I'll take Casey there. Casey Concepcion. I like that. I need a wide receiver 4. Get a rookie. Get some upside. What else do I need on this team? Romeo Dobbs didn't come back around to me. I could have done that for like the stack with Drake May, but Wasn't going to force it. I know we're playing, the Patriots are playing the Broncos. They also get KC. So I worked that in with Rice, and then the Jets. The 49ers get Philly. I don't know if we can work that one in. I'm going to go Jaden Higgins here. I could have gone George Kittle, but I already have a double stack with Pearsall and Evans, and I already invested so much of my draft capital in Tucker Kraft. So why chase the injured, old tight end who technically is always on a Best Ball Mania winning team, but this isn't a Best Ball Mania. This is a pit bull. So I'm going to go Jaden Higgins there, keep the wide receivers going. And I think Higgins can have like a decent role in the Texans in year 2. People forget Higgins was a top 10 scorer from the skill position players in week 17 last season. I have to look at the game log, but he put up 15 points, and that was enough to get it done. Wasn't a super high scoring week as you got down a little bit. Or was it more than 15 points? Let's see. I'm pulling it up now on my phone. Jaden Higgins, week 17. He put up 15.8 points, 88 yards, and a touchdown on 2 receptions. So he can get it done. He can spike and get it done on 1 catch, touchdowns. Pretty decent rookie year. Not too bad, actually. So can he take over the role, earn more targets, more snaps? Can Stroud bounce back? Can their offense get better, actually score touchdowns? The defense is going to be legendary. So we'll see how much they need the passing offense, but it would be nice. I think at this price, Higgins is totally fine. Any of the rookie tight ends, I don't mind Kenyon Sadiq. I'm not going to be like super overexposed to him because he went to the Jets. And then Stowers being on the Eagles is okay. I'll sprinkle some in when it makes sense, but I don't think it's a year where I'm going to be taking a ton of the rookie tight ends like I have the last 3 years. Yeah. I just think not as much this time around. Back on the clock, and I could easily do Diggs. I think I just will. I'm going to keep pushing running back because there's not the guys there that I want, and I feel like other than my double week 13 buys at running back, I don't really need much more volume, I have 3 really good guys. I could probably tack on 2 at the end and just call it a day, be done with 5. I'm already up to 6 receivers now, so I've made up ground pretty quickly. And then I could also stop with 2 tight ends. Geno late could make sense with Breece Hall. I don't even know if I want to take a Browns quarterback. I have KC and I have the natural bring back in Jonathan Taylor, but like, who am I drafting on the Browns for QB? I honestly don't know. And I don't know if I want to find out. Damn it. My phone was lagging so bad. It was lying to me. My phone was doing the thing where it told me there was picks available that weren't there. And I was getting confused. That's fine. I'll take Gadsden there. I'm not worried about Njoku that much. I think Gadsden at 149 still makes sense. And at least I have him paired up with Rashi Rice, and I was gonna go for a tight end there probably anyways. My phone's doing the weird thing. It's like Underdog mobile. It gets wacky sometimes. There was another player I was considering, but it's fine. Gadsden was my number 2. Didn't Noel do the same thing? You mean like put up 15 points in week 17? Or Noel had like not even close to the season Higgins had. Higgins had, I'll just look at it quickly. Higgins had 41 receptions, 525 yards, 6 touchdowns, over 100, hit 109 fantasy points. Noel had 26 receptions, less than 300 yards, only 2 touchdowns, 55 fantasy points. So Noel did like half as much, but Noel could still take a step forward too. Higgins. Sour about the Jaden Higgins experience. Dang. Most drafted and you didn't get him there, and then you were at the game in LA. That's sick though. Honestly, this could be sadly true. We'll see if Stroud can turn it around. Yeah, week 17 house call. Jonathan Brooks splits first team reps with Chuba. He could move up. I mean, we're kind of halfway hedging on that. Jonathan Brooks goes pretty expensive in these drafts anyways for not having played yet. Pick 120. But if he's splitting the reps, he probably goes up into the 90s. Like we saw with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason last year. Yeah, damn phones. It's still super behind, so I'm gonna have to like actually check the screen. Oh, it's gonna be so sick. I just take a triple stacked. I might do it. Dylan Sampson's kind of appetizing though. Tank is not bad. I'm gonna go Dylan Sampson first because I really just need to draft a running back before too long. And I like how he fits this team. Gino goes. Or who was I saying I wanted, potentially? I'm just turning my phone off. I was using it to like keep track of the player queue, but it's like a whole round behind for some reason. The desync. What was the QB? Who was I saying I might have wanted on this team? Oh, yeah, it would have been Gino with Breece Hall. Could have been fine. And then you have some back stacks. Not worried about it. I think throw Hawk in there. Tucker Kraft, Aronde Gadsden, and then TJ Hawkinson. Kind of finished at tight end a little early. Kept taking Devo Samuel and Jerry Jeudy teams. I have KC, so I'm going to make that bet. Devo, I just drafted him. I have Diggs on this one instead. Would be nice to get another receiver who doesn't have a week 8 bye. Stribling didn't come back around. I would have considered the triple stack with Stribling. It's a little bit of overkill though. So I'm glad I did go Dylan Sampson because I kind of like how that piece fits here. All right, let's look at the team. Through the first 16 rounds, I got 2 picks left. Or no, the first 15 rounds, I have 3 picks left, actually. 2, 4, 6, 3. Drake May, Brock Purdy, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Travion Henderson, Dylan Sampson. I've got Rashee Rice, Mike Evans, and Ricky Pearsall. So I've double stacked my 49ers. I don't have any Patriots pass catchers per se yet. I don't think Diggs ends up a Patriot again until we hear otherwise. But I have Jaden Higgins, KC Concepcion, Steph Diggs, and then the tight ends, Kraft, Gadsden, and Hawkinson. I don't have any bringbacks right now for my Patriots or my 49ers. Can I get some? Probably not. It'd be like a Wicks late, which might be fine. Patriots pass catchers, Boutte. Is he holding out? Like, is he even playing? He's not at voluntary workouts. Does that matter? Kind of old news anyways. Raridan's still there. I think Boutte's interesting. Interesting enough. And then who else? Broncos. Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram was such a dud last year, though. It was kind of disappointing. I think this is the spot to take Boutte if I want him. Do I want him? Yeah, I think he can be totally fine for 1 week. I don't know if anyone else would have taken him. I tried to push Boutte on a May team previously, and someone else did take him, and then I ended up just not taking another pass catcher because I didn't want to pull the trigger on Eli Raridan or like Mac Hollins. I guess if I stick with the 2 QBs, I have 2 picks left. Could be an 8 wide receiver team, considering I waited so long to get my wide receiver 3 and 4. Tua's going to be there. Do I take Tua just for some more kind of weekly floor play? QB upside. I think I will. Brissett's there. He scares me more. They both scare me. They might not be playing, but Brissett's team's just even worse. And unstacked Tua. I'm pulling the trigger. You never know when an extra QB is going to come in handy. I might just be done with these running backs. Week 13 is a little sketchy when JT and Breece Hall are out. Only Travion and Sampson would be able to hit. And like, what if one of them's hurt? So based on that fact alone, makes me heavily considering going running back, given the fragility there of like the bye weeks, any injury risk. And not just, I mean, if any one of these 4 was hurt in weeks 11 or 13, I'd be giving up 2 dead. I'd be like 2 dead roster spots. So that's, let me queue up some guys I don't mind. It's bad. Running backs are real bad this late. Is DJ Giddens the guy we need? Probably not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, he popped in week 17 too. I forget. He might popped in some way, like popped more than none, but I have to look up Knowles week 17. Mooney reunited with Nagy. Now with the better QB, Neighbors may miss games, and the rookie they drafted is raw. Yeah, Mooney's an interesting pick. I got burned on Mooney last year. I'm not afraid to do it again, but we'll see. Chargers. I mean, are they a threat to sign Najee Harris? I don't think so. Jaden Blue was actually decent. Was it week 18 actually, though? Okay. Kimani Vidal, I think, is my pick because I have way more faith in him having a role. He showed it last year. Chargers are a better team. I could go Blue. I don't know if I have any reason to go Blue, though. I think I'm going to go Kimani Vidal with the last pick. I will draft some Kimani Vidal. I probably will not draft any Keaton Mitchell. I don't know if I like this team. I liked my first 3 running backs, and I think the 2 that I tacked on can fill in just fine. I like my QBs. Maybe I shouldn't have done the double stack with Purdy because I really don't like seeing Mike Evans and Ricky Pearsall together. Not getting Patrick Mahomes is kind of a bummer on this one. And then the wide receiver room is just so ugly. Like, it's top heavy though. If Rashee Rice and Mike Evans are just hitting, and Ricky Pearsall's not injured and actually doesn't suck, KC is the best rookie receiver you need. So there's a lot of ifs on this wide receiver room. Diggs has to land somewhere decent. Tight end's fine. Tight end room is fine. I do like Tucker Kraft. I feel like the opportunity cost of going Tucker Kraft is even a little bit high, given I could have taken another receiver there, make Pearsall my wide receiver 4, and then, yeah, just a whole different story. Take another late tight end, Gadsden, Hawkinson, plus someone else late. But Kraft does give, I think, some upside you might not be able to get later. Just the opportunity cost there is just still really high. I also think, looking at the board, I don't really like how I had to go 4 receivers in a row in these middle rounds. There's a lot of opportunity to get QBs in those rounds. Well, I guess not really. No, I guess I still hit the QB pocket fine. I don't know. There's something about this team that I don't love. It's kind of it's not typical, but I liked how it started. I liked the first 6 picks, 7 picks, 8 picks. I like the first 8 picks. I like the first half of this team. And that's probably what matters the most. I think the second half of the team is going to be marginal. If your first half doesn't hit, it's not going to matter. So we'll see. You panic took Scat. Oh, in your dynasty, I was like, are you in this room, Chris? Yeah, you drafted all Giants. You're now the biggest Giants fan. Congrats. 12 spots, not too bad. Easy. The Baltimore Cincy stacks. You know, I like that too. Yeah, the Henry, Higgins, Flowers. Got the Burrow. The Andrews. You even throw Likely in there. I know he's a Giant now, but he's wearing his Baltimore uni. Yeah, it's a fun team. Got a few Chargers. Got a few of the Broncos. I like it. What's the difference between Glass, Ankles, Hampton, and Swift? Similar runners and pass catchers, and both not great vision. One goes in the second, one goes in the 5th. I don't know. What is the difference? Some people do think Hampton is going overpriced. Hasn't shown it yet. I mean, he's going ahead of Saquon Barkley, Super Bowl MVP Ken Walker, guys like Chase Brown, who were studs down the stretch last year, guys like Josh Jacobs, who have been studs before. even Jeremiah Love, who's like the RB1 this year in the rookie class. So Hampton's pretty expensive. The team could be really good. The O-line better. The quarterback play good. Good coaching. All those things. Good defense, maybe. I probably still take Hampton over Achane, though. I'm really skeptical about the Dolphins and their ability to score touchdowns. The Rousey starting. That's the cue. Check out the Rousey fight. Yeah, super fun. Super fun Pitbull, though. A very sharp room. So Pat's team that we just looked at. Let's take a little look from this view. 2673. I like it. Interesting, the Emmett Johnson pick at the end there. Maybe just kind of a rookie flyer. Had some faith in him. Kind of the late tight end approach. A lot of Chargers is what I was noticing. Quentin, Trey Harris, David Njoku. Big believer in Mike McDaniel over there. Looks like it. It's a fun team. No way. I thought you were saying it was starting in 17 seconds. It's already over. Okay, I'm popping over to Twitter just to see what the hell is going on. Oh, Rousey tapped her. Okay, I gotta find a video. Someone's gonna have a video of this. I don't know if I can pull it up on stream. Well, they never listened to me. I said just don't bet on Rousey, considering she hadn't fought in like 10 years. What the hell was that? 15-second fight. Oh, she was minus 650. Come on. What the hell are those odds? This is like... This is a total mismatch. I mean, even for someone who hasn't fought in 10 years, if they're getting minus 650 odds, obviously you think, okay, it's getting swayed by the public opinion a little bit. But if it wasn't, what is it still? Minus 500, minus 400? Holy shit. I mean, I didn't look at any of that. The fix was in. That's what I'm saying too. Hartman says, couldn't have really expected anything different. I don't know. I'm not watching women's like MMA fights lately. I don't know what to expect, but you tell me Rousey hasn't fought in 10 years. It did sell some ticks. People are going to want a refund. 15-second fight. She broke her arm. Is that what they're saying afterwards? They're saying the arm was broken. The bone broke during it? I haven't seen that yet. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, you know what we should look at though? We can't look at the fight because it's Netflix. But we can Monday morning quarterback what Sal said, Sal's bets, and see how close he would have gotten us. So Sal says, here's a $500 parlay for the Netflix fight card. Oh, shit, he's right for the... Okay, let's give him a little like here. Boom. Less than 5 minutes of fight time. She ended her UFC reign with first round arm bars that lasted 14, 16, and 66 seconds. Okay, well, shit, he's pretty on this one so far. Carano hasn't fought MMA in 17 years. Okay, well, I mean, obviously I didn't prepare for this fight, and she's 43. So she even had a bigger hiatus than Rhonda did, so no wonder. And Nunez finished her off. Holm finished her off early. Okay, so that was the only parlay that was essentially part of the Ronda Rousey fight. I have not heard about the Nate Diaz fight yet. So y'all can fill me in there. We're not going to know how the rest of these went because I didn't see any of the other fights. And Ngannou was on this card too. I didn't even catch that. Or maybe I did. Interesting. Okay, well, anyways, his first piece of his parlay hit pretty well. So shout out to Sal Betts. That was funny. I was like, let's see what his bet was from earlier today. Well, he's on point. Yeah, okay. Now the facts are coming in. You guys should have told me before. Holloway versus McGregor. It's been so long since McGregor's fought. The dude has got to be getting comfortable. But needs the money, I guess. Probably not. But also probably does. Lifestyle. He missed on Diaz and Ngannou. Okay. Well, that's what you get for taking a parlay. But if you just would have bet on the Ronda Rousey part, it hit. Yeah, this makes sense to me too. GAB, that makes sense for me. Who else we got? Let's go look at Young Moolah's team. Speaking of 2673, Jay Daniels, Kyler Murray. That's fun. Saquon, Tootin, Warren. I like those three. I'm not really in on Coleman this year. I thought the landing spot was tough behind Dobbins and RJ Harvey, but maybe at the end of the year, we're saying it's the Jonah Coleman show. I don't know. I think it's going to be hard for him to compete for a role when neither Dobbins or Harvey are really pass catchers. And I don't think, I know Coleman is a decent pass catcher. He was at Washington at least. So maybe that's more of his role. Mike Washington, Sean Tucker. Yeah, take some shots at running back. I like the first three. Wide receiver room looks good. No complaints. And you had Kyler, so you have the double stack with Jefferson and Addison. Kenyon Sadiq, nice. Okonkwo, Dulcich, late tight end stabs. Interesting team. Some strength at QB, some strength at running back and receiver. I like it. Well balanced. Then we've got Anthony's team, 3672. I don't like this one because he took my Mahomes. But other than that, let's see what he did with it. I know he had Ken Walker. He also stacked up. I saw him do Xavier Worthy. Mendoza's on this team. Caleb Williams. Not my cup of tea for running backs. There's some veterans here like Kamara and Connor that maybe could surprise to the upside. I'm not expecting much out of Keaton Mitchell. Woody Marks, I think, is fine at price. Ken Walker, I guess, is fine. We'll see what it's like on KC. People forget Ken Walker was really, really, really bad last year for Seattle. He was one of the worst picks in fantasy until Charbonnet got hurt. And then in the actual NFL playoffs, Kenneth Walker was good. But for fantasy last year, he was terrible. I had him in my home league, and I traded him. I traded him away because I was getting nothing out of him. But new team, things can change. Maybe KC can use him more in a better way. Quinshon Judkins, I'm just worried about the injury. Wide receiver room seems fun. Quarterbacks again, Caleb, Mahomes, Mendoza. Burden's fun. Yeah. Monroe St. Brown for that week 17 matchup's cool. Got some Naylor for the kind of a late back stack on the Mendoza. The Worthy's cool. Pitts and Kittle. This is an interesting team. I haven't seen myself build a team quite like this, but it's very interesting. Kind of like a 1-2 punch at running back and then hit the pause and fill out all the other draft positions and then come back to running back later. feel like I haven't been building teams like that as much lately. We looked at my team. Let's look at Blizzy's team. 3-5-7-3. Hurts, Daniel Jones, Rodgers. Off the Rodgers news. I like that. I like that. Take advantage. And it's the cheapest we can get Hurts, too. So solid QB room. Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, and Swift. I saw you take Montgomery and Swift over Travion Henderson. I thought that was interesting, but I guess they're on a kind of similar tier for me. So going more with the veterans who are on potentially just better offenses in terms of Swift's case. And then for Montgomery's case, maybe he just is more of the focus. If you truly believe Travion is splitting with Ramondre, I could see that. So to me, they're all in a similar tier, but I really like the upside of Travion for his home run hitting ability, his speed, and his kind of like youth and his juice. Gainwell is a good pick. I like that one. And Rachaad White. So this is a very, very strong running back room. But I think like you didn't actually fall behind at receiver. So you got the elite QB with Hurts. You pushed your other two QBs, which I think makes a lot of sense on this build. Still get Puka, Pickens, Metcalf, Downs stacked up. Jacoby Myers, Jalen McMillan, and then Keon Coleman, Juwan Johnson-Helm, Stowers. Yeah, so you kind of punt tight end and punted QB 2 and 3, which makes a ton of sense because the running back room and the wide receiver room are so strong. So yeah, pick your battles and then just fill in the rest with some volume. I like that a lot. I like this team. Who else we got? I think that was it. Yeah, we're all in here. What was my team again? Unstacked Tua. First off. Double stacked Purdy, and then just Drake May. Some good running backs, some bad running backs. Okay receivers. Pretty good tight ends. Sorry about Mahomes. I'm never going to forgive you, Anthony. I'll hold it against you forever. Hey, appreciate it. Yeah. Peace out. We'll catch you in another one real soon, young Moolah. Hartman, is Alex Smalley going to win tomorrow? Do we really think Alex Smalley's going to win this tomorrow? Here's our current odds. I'll kind of zoom in a little bit. Smalley's almost, he's 18% chance to win, according to the data model. Ludwig, number 2 in the hunt. John Rahm in the hunt. And then it starts to fall off. I'm going to sort by percent to win. Rory's still right there. Xander is still right there. If I was going to put money on it, you got to pick one of these guys. Someone can still come from behind. These are the guys I would bet on. If you add this up, that's 16%. It's 29%. 42.5%. Let's call it 43%. And then 61%. So this is about 61% of the odds to win in these 5 golfers. Major winner, major winner, major winner, would be first time major winner, and would be first time winner on the PGA Tour, Alex Smalley, getting it done in a major. I don't know. I probably would not bet on Smalley. If he wins, we'll be pretty surprised. I would probably go for one of these guys. The big heavy hitters with Rahm, McIlroy, or Schauffele, and then with Oberg, maybe it's his time. We've been talking about him for a long time, which is interesting because McNeely's right here at 3 under as well, but he's not getting as much love going 1 over today. He's only a 3.5% chance to win, according to the data model. Goddard 1 over today, not looking good. Neiman went 4 under today. He's closing in, but he's still a little bit far off. Wrighton goes 5 under, and Rose went 5 under. So did Matty Schmid, which is kind of funny. Last night when Meg and I were drafting the weekend tournament on Underdog, the cut line, in the corner of my eye, I almost had us take Justin Rose, and I did consider like bringing up Christopher Wrighton, that he might be a fun pick. Imagine if we would have taken those 2 guys with our last 2 picks, we would have probably made cash, but or won it, but I'm pretty sure our team didn't do that good. Yeah. GN. Thanks for drafting with us tonight, Pat. Always good to see you, brother. Smalley winning would be awful for my scramble teams. You need him to play in the CJ Cup, in the Schwab. He'll drop out if he wins. That's probably true. I've got some Smalley on my teams as well. Yo, Putt Daddy, what's up, brother? Scotty has missed so many make-hole putts this year. There's something to that. Maybe, time is a flat circle. He was missing putts a few years ago. Then he figured out his putts and he was winning everything. And now he's missing putts and he's not winning. But where did, because Scotty's not really, if I just go by score, he's, isn't he T23? Yeah. Pretty low odds to win it. It happens. Appreciate you stopping by. Putt Daddy, good to see you, brother. That'd be funny. Well, you get your win while you're playing on the tour, I guess. Technicalities. Yo, what's up, Blitz? If Rom finds the putter, yeah. I mean, let's look at Rom, right? How would we even want to look at what he's doing right now in this context? I guess we could just look at his last 25 starts. Up and down in putting. Up and down. But yeah, if Rom gets hot with the putter, that's probably an easy bet to go with John Rahm tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. All right, guys, I'm calling it there. We did a Best Ball Mania draft to kick it off, and then we ripped that pit bull with the crew. Thanks for being here tonight. Hope you have a great Sunday. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow, Sunday night. Bindles and I are doing the Ballsy show with our special guest, Mr. Neil Orfield. Going to be really fun. So tune in for that. More drafts to come tomorrow night. We're going to do another Best Ball Mania. Tomorrow, I'm dropping episode 2 of my Edge Detection podcast. Check it out on Apple and Spotify. Links in description. And I'll catch y'all in another one real soon. Thanks for coming out tonight and being here. Big Brick on 18. Appreciate y'all. Peace out.